Well, hello there, everyone. And there is my beautiful, beautiful background. Yes, I did a video on this background of what I actually see when I look at it. It's more than just what it is. I'd like to have a conversation today. I'd like to talk and speak. Can we talk together? Wherever you may be, you can still talk. Yes, we're communicating still. So, someone posed a question in a group setting yesterday, actually. Is Christ God? I was asked to answer that. I was given the grace to answer that also, as well as the person who was the creator of the communication we were all on. I didn't want to answer the question because, and I asked, why that question? I didn't want to answer the question because I did not want to create a possibility of chaos with this person who created this place for us to all speak. Because for me, personally, in my experience, and utmost respect, Christ is not God. Creator, Most High, Origin, Magnificence. That being that everybody or many people are trying to understand, figure out, and understand themselves as part of it and what it really, it truly is. And it is many things. Way beyond our comprehension here in this state of a human being, way beyond, way, way beyond. I do not believe anything is creator, source, magnificence, it, but itself. Now, in my upbringing as a young child, I went to church. This is where I realized there was a active but not able to see living spiritual being. I've seen it perform in churches and it was of good, beautiful. I wanted to know that. Well, okay. I also knew of Christ from the church. And if you confess with thy mouth and believe in your heart that God raised Jesus from the dead, and that he is the Son of God, you will be saved. Okay. So, of course, I did that. And I've had a beautiful spiritual relationship with Christ itself, outside of any religions or anything bound here on this earth. It has helped me to go forward, and it's a beautiful supernatural being. So, you do that. You confess with your mouth. You believe in your heart. God raised Jesus from the dead. You will be saved. Okay. So you do that. So evidently, that gives you direct connection now to God. Okay. 11:11 on the clock. Oh, the digital clock I'm looking at. So now you have a direct connection with the Creator God, but you always have to go through Christ. Okay, Christ is very widely, what do you call that? Praised. Okay, so now you have confusion because are we not supposed to quote unquote, according to the Bible, or just common sense? Why would you praise any and everything else except that which created it and all things, including you, born of a womb, of creator, of benevolence? But there's so much more to this creator of, believe it, okay? I've seen but not been a part of, okay? So now people are thinking Christ is God. No. Ha! God is God, creator God. What its name is, I believe I certainly don't know what its true name is from this realm here. Absolutely not. Can it even have a name? Whoa. That part. So now there's kind of a disconnect, and I saw the 555, because everything is in Christ but not God. Christ is not God. Christ is a part of God, as you and I are. Now, the experience taught here of Christ to be the sacrifice for us, that is understood in history, in the books, what we've been taught and we've learned. Okay. So again, that gives you direct access to God. So now once God starts showing you itself, Jesus is God, make it make sense. Once you whether you found it through Christ in utmost respect or yourself going to God, there are some people in circumstances and situations that scream or cry out to God and things happen miraculously wonderful. Okay? There are people that have called on the name of Jesus and miraculous things have happened. I want to know for myself. But the question was, is Jesus or Christ God? No. No. A powerful part of God, just like we here esteem to be, well, some, as connected and close and within and endowed in and with Creator God within ourselves while we're here in totality. Some do, some don't. Free will. Now we go back, and the Bible was rewritten by King James. Not rewritten, they use a special word, and I was supposed to look it up. Something. Like a recalibration. There were books of the Bible left out, and it was created, if you research it on the internet, to bring peace between two towns or denominations of people in the name of religion, but not God. Ooh. Okay. Do you actually believe in utmost respect that if everything here is tampered with except for the Spirit of God in its origin, which can never be tampered with, it itself in spirit form, even we get tampered with, but by God? All becomes well. 9/11. I saw it. That can be a good thing too. When you go into the dimensions of God within yourself, what it will show you, that everything doesn't mean just one thing. There's so many things. 911 doesn't have to be a negative. It could be a direct impartating of God. How about that? I'm on scene, omnipresent, but in a way. Okay, right. So now you develop this relationship in God. And you give grace to God, but you praise Christ as as God. Make that make sense. Be grateful, yes, absolutely, unto Christ for those who believe or don't, because whether anybody likes it or not, in utmost respect, my experience is, well, I'm talking about past experiences, beautiful. I just beautiful. Okay. However way you want to put it, it showed up for me, and there were things that happened that was supernatural that I had nothing to do. It did what it did. It does what it does. But that's a part of God. I believe nothing is God but God itself, and whatever its true name is, which may be more than we could even handle. Well, I believe I could, but could people? Maybe it's so powerful to know that you can't hide it all. Whoa. I actually like that. I like the fact that Creator God knows everything. That's such a comfort for me because it already knows. So that way, when something is going on, it already knows. You don't have to fill in the blanks. It knows. It knows. So you develop a relationship with God. I have found if you seek God, it says in the Bible somewhere, with all purity in heart and self, you will find it, and it will reveal itself to you, literally, more and more and more and more and more. Oh yeah, so getting back to King James. Do you not think that the Bible itself has not been tampered with, but the word will last forever? The word is the Spirit of God that never can be tampered with. 12/12, I saw my birthday. Ever. Meaning disrupted. You cannot disrupt it. Remove it, obliterate, you cannot. At all. Nothing can, will not. It, absolutely not. Ever. Ever. Do you not think that it was tampered with? Do you not realize it was used to bring about a religion, to bring peace? A religion, not God. Whew. It was written by certain scholars. I mean, think about reality. I'm not saying that the Bible does not have truths in it, because even it itself will refer me to passages in there to help me along my journey. But in having my connection itself with God, finding it and it alone, it all by itself, the same it that was there in the church. I can bring that energy right here, right now, by just thinking about it, by just, it's something you receive from it itself. If Creator is the creator of all things and all magnificence and all intelligence and all understanding and all of everything, which so much is trying to duplicate, replicate, copy, paste, and all kind of everything, it will never happen. Ever. Really? I think it's funny. It's really not, but it is. It will show you its spirit itself and relate to you in a way that is so profound but uniquely precise. Are you willing to embrace in it with it. I did, still do. Okay. I'm just saying common sense things, just common sense. If you actually have found a true connection with the Creator, this that I'm speaking of, it's a knowing that you and only you have, and nothing and no one can separate or take you away or apart from that unless you do it. But it will fight and be there and have stamina beyond what you could even imagine to keep you in all thy ways, in everything about your existence. In between, before, after, now, forward, future. But are you willing to accept its understanding, its teaching, what it says, what it is helping you and asking you and wanting you to do for your freedom within yourself and in it to live as grace? Be. I mean, just common sense. Religion. Look back, do some research. Why was that person even given the right to rewrite what is supposed to be the inspiring, most purest of God, Creator, its book? I mean, just think. I'm not saying not to believe in it. I'm saying think, and think with and in God. Find yourself in and with God, like truly. And it's not a have it your way type of God. It's not that type of thing. It's like a father, mother, everything to help you to be the best balance, whole version, being, existence of you, mentally, emotionally, within. If within is not okay, then you cannot even really pursue anything else around you or going forward. I'm not going to ever tell people what they should or shouldn't believe, but if you believe in God and Christ, you cannot forget that God is God all by itself. So, like I said, the connection is to God, right? So why does it revert? If you have that connection with God itself and it is connected to you, it will teach you in all thy ways how to approach, how to be, everything. And this God has no conditions. Not for the ones that have the purity of it within themselves. And there are multitudes on this realm. There is others. Such good beings, souls of God within. Crushed and dismantled and just all kind of things from this realm. But I speak and ask you to stay connected to yourself and Creator. Don't forget Creator itself, whose ability to show itself to you is beyond what you may be able to fathom. Get caught up in it, respectfully. It's good to know the religions, the history, the understanding, but to get in it, because then you're stuck in a loop of all the different narratives when you are to be free, but have knowledge of and develop independently in God, in yourself as a unique individual. There are angels to have relationships with. There's so much. But are they God? No. Is the highest angel in God, in ranking God? No. Are you a magnificent, awesome creation of it? Absolutely. But are we God? No. Extensions of? Yes. Capable and able beyond what you could even begin to know, unless you get into the knowing of you and God in you, itself. It's the best I've ever found here. Never fails. See, there was things going on that I had to go to God myself, right straight to source. Humbly, of course. But see, this God, this wonderful God, that spirit from church, the beauty of it. Like Jesus is the illumination or Christ of God, like I am one, but I'm not Christ. I'm me. That's you who understand or want to understand. I had to go straight to God. Like there's some things like, you know what? If I have a direct connection, okay, I don't. And the more you go into the infinity of God in yourself, with it, unto it, in it, the more that you will be opened up to you beyond your you 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 would be amazed, absolutely amazed. And this beautiful God, oh, it's got other parts of it, but see, I don't have to experience those, but I've seen it. Oh, yes. Ooh, it don't need no help. It really doesn't. We need to have the help, to have the grace with some of the perilous things that can happen to us and experiences through other people. Yes. Oh, grace. What is that? That's another conversation, because that's pure peace, love, joy, freedom, life, living waters. Like you can feel the breath of life of the waters of infinity, God alive inside of you, literally. You can tell it anything and everything and anything, and it's not going it. Now if you are going to it and you are of evil, that's a whole nother story. But I'm talking about those pure within, that are not a blasphemer against creator creation, that want to know it's yourself, love, overcoming, peace, understanding beyond your experiences. To be an overcomer, to be free, to be peace, to understand, to have a knowing. You can tell it anything and everything. It is the best friend, even though it's God. Best everything you could even ever want. And it never leaves you bottomless. Ever. But in times of your life, where are you going to get your help? I had to go straight to what I know and what created me. No in-betweens, and that's okay to do. What I found is absolutely magnificent. That doesn't mean that Christ no more has an importance to me. Of course, Christ does. But wouldn't you think that Christ would be happy for me and others, and that we are all in the same greatness and wondrousness and amazement of the divine creator? And I can't even find the word. It's, well, depths. It's understanding, it's kindness. The fact that it wants you to literally be okay. And it helps you in ways in communication with it that will be a true brilliancy to you that you couldn't even begin to imagine. It's not okay for humanity, respectfully, to be of self and selfish and ignorant and ready to fight and argue things without thinking, to let the emotions and the mind run wild and the character just acting like something that is endlessly chaotic. No. We are responsible to think and get our emotions and our inner self, our experiences, our minds, our characters under control. Because there's things inside that need to leave and be removed and recalibrated and let go of. And understanding and solidarity, because you know why. You understand. See, it's important to not let yourself abandon the fact that there is God itself. And even with all that's going on, it has a still place for you in it. And when you come out, or you align with and stay with and in, you'll be okay. Because you learn and understand what to do with yourself within, how to navigate the parts of you, quiet the noises and everything else. Understand so much. I remember God told me as a younger person being that you can't even understand yourself in its full capacity without knowing me. And I understood in hearing, but learned to understand in meaning and living. It's not good to argue about God. I get very defensive, not in a violent way, but within. If you have a connection with God, no matter what stage you are in your life, but you know it's real and you know that you know, it's shown and told you and spoke to you, nothing should ever be able to dislodge you from that because it will not dislodge itself from you. Ever. Ever. Arguing about God, arguing about Christ, arguing about the Bible, that's keeping you in a loop. That's not helping you to develop. It's like an escape, really, to give yourself a reason to stay there. Arguing, make that make sense. Yes, we were given the ability to argue, but if continuing arguing doesn't get you anywhere, then maybe it should be rethought about and recalibrated. Just because the ability to argue is there doesn't mean you need to use it on a continual, just like fighting or any other things, violence or screaming or flipping out or fill in the blanks. Make it make sense. Do you think God argues with anything? Nope. Really. It is. Period. .com. Intelligence should outweigh continual arguing over something that nobody is getting to the point and never will. Intelligence of understanding and settling that within yourself will get you somewhere. If you're arguing about God, I don't got a religion and all the, I'm not talking about if you're taking a stand in something, but if it's arguing and violent and it's not of a higher level, an ability of intelligence and self-control, where do you think it's going to go? Nowhere. And people who hide and find an acceptance that this is okay to be this way will continue those kind of life patterns and styles. To argue, I'm the top arguer, I'm the big honcho, and what I say goes. Excuse you? And another thing I wanted to say, most respectfully, no human being, or anything or anyone else, I believe, truly has a right to speak over any other soul but Creator. It has the final say. Us, really? Whatever may any being, seen or unseen, will say or do, the final is up to Creator God. And it's important for people to know that, like, people will say things or whatever, or some people do evil things over people's soul in life, in existence, birthright, or they intend evil. You have no authority. I don't believe that at all. Now, if you give over rights, maybe you don't know, maybe you don't understand, but let me make it very clear to you. What created you, the Most High God, has the rights. Nothing else. You have to know that. Absolutely nothing else. Understand that. .com. And it's not funny. Okay? I remember when God told me, no matter what you are told by anything here or anyone, you bring it to me. I have the final say. Whoa. It told me you don't have to accept anything said to you. Bring it to me. I have the final say. Whoa. What I just said is it said, I have the final say. And then I said, whoa. Hmm. God is one that develops all of you, not bits and parts and pieces. People choose bits and parts and pieces and compartmentalize things in themselves and their life and their mind and the this and the that. God's not. God is whole and complete. It is. It is. The sustainer. One that understands if you are being completely honest with yourself and it, there is absolutely no confusion. Not in that connection. Mm-mm. Therefore, you won't be in a delusion. Neither will you be an illusion. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. So these are just some things I wanted to talk about and share. I would like to also say, do not, for those truly, the Beatitudes, truly, truly, as a human being, humbly and purely want to know and have a relationship with Creator God. Please don't let anything or anyone anywhere cause you to abandon yourself from it. Take it all to it, everything, which means you spend time and you'll like it. And you'll know exactly what to do and how to go into it in itself whenever you need to. What's better than having what created you help you? That's the best surgeon, doctor, therapist, psychotherapist. Not to say that those things may not be needed, but I'm gonna just tell you, after that's all said and done, it's right there and willing to help you. Nothing and no one, in honesty and purity and truth of yourself, bearing all to what created you in yourself. Nothing will keep you from that, from it. It's part of the journey. To find just how freaking awesome you are. Nothing here should ever determine your knowing. Like determine, it doesn't mean it doesn't help, it doesn't guide, it doesn't assist. But determine the final say of you with Creator. Ever. Nobody has a right over another soul, another creation, another being. Nobody. Whether you like them or not, whether they like you or not. Yeah. Find and choose to find a greater part of you past all these types of thinkings and beings and feelings, emotions, thoughts, and characters that keep you bound. You should always want to be free so you can soar within and soar here. Not SORE, SOAR. There's enough of that here, the soars, right? But if you want it truly, God, will help you with all of it. And then when there's no boo-boos to fix anymore, as you continue to emerge within and in it because of it. Founded by God. Founded first and built within me, you, and there's others. Founded by God, founded. Oh, that's a whole nother subject. So I have to go now because I'm getting close to an hour. Much love, peace, hope, healing, restoration for you within and in your existence. Bye-bye.